Welcome back to class, my future Surats. Today's lecture is going to be about one of the first clan OmniMechs we'll be covering in this series. A mech that would earn the name Masakari from the Inner Sphere forces that would attempt to defend themselves against it, the 85-ton, assault-class OmniMech, the Warhawk. Before we get into the nitty-gritty details of this machine of war, I feel I should give you a brief explanation of what an OmniMech is. OmniMechs are a highly configurable type of Battletech, first developed and produced by Clan Coyote during the golden century of the clans. These mechs would employ new Omnipod technology that would allow the reconfiguration of OmniMechs much faster than their Inner Sphere Battlemech equivalents. This would range from just replacing damaged Omnipods, or the total reconfiguration of a mech to changing battlefield roles depending on the Omnipod space allotted to the mech itself. This allows OmniMechs to bring a wide array of weapons with a limited selection of structural components and equipment, all pods being able to be swapped out for what the mission deems necessary in a shorter amount of time than refitting a Battlemech. Now that we've covered the basics of Omni technology, we can begin talking about the topic at hand. First being developed and built in 2999, the Warhawk would be introduced by Clan Smoke Jaguar in preparation for the return to the Inner Sphere. After the Dragoon Compromise stalled those plans, Smoke Jaguar would unleash the Warhawk on their Warden opponents to great effect. Deployed extensively in Smoke Jaguar's frontline forces, it would often be seen paired with the Direwolf. This design would truly come into prominence on the battlefields of the Jaguar's invasion corridor during the clan invasion. This is where it would earn the codename Masakari, a Japanese battle axe from ancient Terra, from the DCMS Mechwarriors who fought against it. The base chassis of the Warhawk is powered by a 340XL engine, giving it a top speed of 64.8 km per hour. Mounting 13.5 tons of ferrofibrous armor, this mech is well protected against enemy fire. With 32.5 tons of pod space, various configurations of the Warhawk mount a large amount of heat-intensive weapons. This in turn led to the Warhawk chassis being mounted with 20 double heat sinks to dissipate the heat generated. While not truly a part of the fixed equipment on this chassis, the Warhawk incorporates a targeting computer into all of its configurations, increasing the accuracy of its direct fire weapons. The Prime configuration of the Warhawk mounts an impressive long-range arsenal. Starting with its primary weapons, the Warhawk mounts 4 clan ER-PPCs, 2 mounted within each of its arms. These PPCs take advantage of the targeting computer. While unable to fire all 4 ER-PPCs at once without overtaxing the system, it can volley fire these weapons to maintain heat. These PPCs are backed up by an LRM-10 launcher mounted within the left arm to be a secondary weapon that can be used for long-range combat. This launcher is fed by 1 ton of ammunition located in its case-protected left arm. While many would think mounting large-bore autocannons on this chassis would be a good idea, due to space constraints dictated by the targeting computer and over-engineered cooling system, the ammo feeding to said autocannons would be way too complex in practice. This means the Warhawk truly excels in using direct fire energy weapons such as ER-PPCs, which would be a signature weapon on many configurations of the Warhawk. Though the Warhawk would appear in many tombs of different clans such as Clan Ghostbear and Clan Jade Falcon, Clan Smoke Jaguar would jealously guard their production, and all examples of the Warhawk outside of the Jaguars would be salvaged from battles between the clans. This would be until the destruction of Clan Smoke Jaguar, in which the design specs would spread to the Fire Mandrills, Diamond Sharks, and Goliath Scorpion, in which they would start producing new Warhawks. The Warhawk would be exclusively produced on the clan homeworlds. This would mean that the design would be lost to the Inner Sphere clans when contact with the homeworld ceased during the events of the Jihad. This would mean attrition would steadily reduce the remaining patchworked Warhawks that survived by the Ill Clan era. Meanwhile, in the deep periphery, following their abjurement, Clan Goliath Scorpion would go to extreme lengths to maintain their own stock of Warhawks, even resorting to cannibalizing severely damaged mechs for parts. They would cherish the design for its pinpoint accuracy. The Warhawk would be among the designs revived when resources allowed for it prior to the Hanseatic Crusade, where it would play a key role for the Escorpion Imperio's conquest of the Hanseatic League. The wealth of the League's resources would allow the new Scorpion Empire to retool a factory on Antwerp to resurrect the Warhawk's production. This would gain interest from Clan Sea Fox buyers, as they were wanting to see their own internal needs first. And with that, we have ran out of time for this lecture. I hope you enjoyed learning about the Warhawk with me today, as we will go on to cover more clan mechs in the next few videos. As always, I truly appreciate the time you spend out of your day to watch these videos. If there are any mechs you would like to see covered sooner than later, let me know in the comments below. While you're down there, like the video and sub to the channel, as these show me you want more content like this in the future. And as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.